All right, hi everybody. Welcome back to our Ask a Dragon series. I'm Andrew, I head up marketing here, and I've got our dragon expert, Kata, the director of business development. So, okay, Kata, here's what we have today. What are some key steps you would recommend to control quality on full box builds?
So that's a great question. And I think in terms of quality, it's one of the three pillars or sides of the manufacturing triangle: cost, quality, and schedule. And quality tends to be the one that drops to the bottom of everyone's list, but actually has the biggest effect on the other two. So quality considerations play a big role in determining what your costs will be and what your schedule will be. So before we dig in a little bit, might be useful to define a couple of the terms in the question. So box build. A box build is the term that's used to encompass all of the assembly work that's involved in an electromechanical assembly other than the production of the printed circuit board or PCB. So a box build is also sometimes called systems integration. And when we talk about quality control or QC, in consumer electronics mass production, what we mean there is the overarching process that ensures your end customers are going to receive products that are free from defects. So specifically relating to QC for box builds for your product, the approach we'll want to take is more about understanding what has the highest need or imperative to be tested in your product, rather than the specific tests themselves. So understanding the key performance metrics of your product is step one. And then next, determine when in the assembly process those metrics get tested. And that will help you to create the process for how the entire product should be tested without it being used. So in the quality control process and testing protocols that you're developing, you're basically trying to mimic use case out in the field without having to actually, have it be installed in someone's house or car or worn on their wrist for however long you need that to go. So for a couple of examples, let's imagine a connected scale product or a smart scale for weights. So under some of the key performance metrics for scale products are withstanding a lot of weight and working reliably for a long period of time, but may only get used once or twice per day. So on the other hand, you probably for a smart scale would not expect a ton of jostling, rotation movement, or extreme temperatures or humidity changes, because most likely it will be used indoors in your house. So prioritizing sensitivity and accuracy of the weighing function with accelerated life testing might be a priority for this product. So another example, and the priorities would be very different for a product that had a disposable or consumable component, such as a pod or a capsule for liquid or gas dispensing. These latter components might have contents under pressure that could be highly flammable. So durability against leaks, et cetera, in jostling, changes in temperature and pressure, those are going to be kind of paramount considerations. But these are consumables, so they may have a shorter life where they're expected to function at peak capacity. So longevity factor might be a lesser priority. So, coming back around, when Dragon works with our customers to evaluate, review, design, or implement QC and test processes, we've got our Dragon standard quality testing protocols. And those include an in-depth review of many different test areas. So durability, transportation, life testing specification. And so that includes HALT and HAAS testing, which are the highly accelerated life tests and highly accelerated stress tests. Verification, validation, incoming quality control or IQC, acceptable quality levels, AQL, evaluating the PCBA, functional, aesthetic, and ongoing production testing, packaging, shipment audits, dimensional verifications, et cetera. So these are all different areas that Dragon would be evaluating within the context of your given product. And so that's why when you're asking about broad spectrum QC considerations for box builds, it really depends on those performance metrics for your company, this specific product line, and this particular product within that product line.
Cool. So again, thanks everybody for joining us for the Ask a Dragon series. That was a fantastic answer from Kate. I think that's super helpful for everybody looking for answers on quality. So if you have a question, click on the CTA below and feel free to post your manufacturing questions in the appropriate form that it'll take you to. And so we'll continue to pick these interesting and relevant questions that'll help you benefit the hardware community at large. So we'll see you all next time.
Thanks.